Hello and welcome back, Polybridge 3 Master Mode, the harder level. As always, last episode I started with this one. I didn't check this for hexadecimal stuff to translate it, but I think it's going to be something hexadecimal. I think I have to try and get this just aligned. Maybe we need some rate on both sides to keep it aligned. Of course, then I have to adjust the rate here to keep it in line, more or less. Or I just have to adjust this road. That's too much rate on the right side. It's falling over too early. Is there a possibility to keep it in place the whole time? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. This was kinda close-ish, timing-wise. He almost got the checkpoint, but only almost. Let's get the budget a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not totally sold on this idea. I think something like this won't help. Because it's going to fall over way too early. I'm not sure. I mean, we could lose something there, but then we have to add the rate here again to keep it long enough. It's too much rate now. I think we have to balance it out, yeah. So I need some rate over here as well, but it can't be too much because otherwise it's going to fall to the left too early. But we need a little bit of a counter rate. I don't know where. Maybe just a rope is enough weight actually. It's almost enough to get the flag, but of course wouldn't have been enough to hit the checkpoint as well. Now the right side is way too heavy, so we have to increase the rate on the left side. Oops. We have to decrease the rate on the right side. It's not enough rate on the left. Still not enough rate on the left. Too much rate on the left. That's a really big balancing act, basically. I think that was close. A little bit less weight on the left. It needs to almost fall to the left side, and then when the tractor is getting up here, it needs to slowly turn to the right. Barely gets it. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. I only have to get rid of 2k. So there's that. The biggest issue, of course, is what I said last episode, that now changing stuff is going to break everything again, which is annoying. At least I have a kind of working solution, but now how to get the budget with, or how to get it within the budget. Because now the rate, well, it might actually, it's still working, but that was the solution I had before. I'm going to save this. So, changing it to wood instead is going to be a task. Yeah, the wood is going to break. Everything that breaks has to be converted to steel, and then it's not going to work. How can I save those 2k? Maybe we can do this as a wood to pick. Yeah. This might almost do it. I need a little bit more weight on the left, so I'm going to decrease the weight on the right slightly, so that it's further to the left. Yeah. A little bit less. No. A bit more. A little bit more. Still a little bit more. No. I would love to use the WASD mod for this. I'm just looking at the used budget to increase it slightly. Almost there. This, 74 maybe. Yeah, this is it. That's it. Of course it breaks, but it broke after I already cleared it, so I'm happy with it. Let's share the replay. Let's check the other replays, and then let's start the next level. Good start. Frostburn. Actually almost perfect. And no problem. Yeah, counter rate. Look at that, it's barely moving. That's really, really good. It's actually going to the left. That's interesting. I believe it's because there is the water line, and then getting out of the water line increases basically the rate that's working on the right. Something like this. Really poorly explained, but I think you know what I mean. At least I hope so. 37k. He's driving. He's stopping. Hydraulic. No, he's driving. Hydraulic. That actually doesn't look too... Why is this one there? Is there something falling down? Doesn't look like it. Oh, he's not... He has no... Yeah. There's no acceleration. I assume this one... Yeah, it's not in the middle. So... Road there. This one needs to go down. But this doesn't look too bad. Because this one... Oh, there's no hydraulic. Ha, never mind. Never mind. I thought there would be a hydraulic. But there is none. That is actually annoying. But it would have been too easy. So basically here, something like this. And then basically this one has to drop down, right? Roll. Roll up, hits checkpoint. This one drops down. But it can't drop all the way. It's a little bit... The thing has to be a little bit longer, so I have to... open you in this phase and have to keep you there. The issue is I have to get this one lowered down without braking. At least to some extent. I don't need the whole thing to drop down. I think this one would be enough. But this one is going to be really harsh on the drop. If I would do this. Because it's basically yanking everything down. So the wood is going to break most likely. And there it falls down and then it stops abruptly. And that's going to break, yeah. How do I get this done? It's never going to work without springs. Pretty sure about that. Maybe we don't have to drop it down all the way. Yeah, but it's still going to break, because there is always this yank basically. It's always falling down, breaking. I'm just short of one stupid spring. I need one spring, that's all I need. Then it would be easy. But it is master mode after all, so it has to be hard, of course. Yeah, it's always going to break. Just needs to go down a little bit, just below here, so that it can roll. Because I can get here another thing like this to start moving again. It's actually slowly going up. So this needs to be like this. Yeah. Is it actually going up? I'm not sure. Might be a little bit of an optical illusion. The next one is to break is this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, it's you. I have no idea how to do this. Why is this one here? Maybe as a dangle, but I don't have enough roads to do a dangle. I think this one should be easier to drop down. Or let drop down. Yeah, but of course. So to be able to do that, those need to be really, really close. It's always an impact on this road, and therefore this one's going to break. Yeah. And I can't change it. This isn't going to work. I have to think about it, and I hope you will be here for the next episode on Saturday. Until then, as always, thank you for joining. Have a nice day, and goodbye.